I'll have a review of the Doctor Who episode The Lie of the Land up later on, but for the time being, another piece of geek media, the recent Wonder Woman movie. Went to see it yesterday, and I have to say, the DC Extended Universe films, with each one they make, they do get better. Like, each one is better than the last. However, probably because people are so used to kind of Marvel and the impact that Marvel films have nowadays, that they seem possibly a little unwilling to give DC a chance. But Man of Steel, I personally saw it on DVD and I didn't really think very much of it. I saw Dawn of Justice last year when it came out in cinemas and I liked it. I went to see Suicide Squad and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And this film, once again, it takes a step up. And I felt it was a really good film. It's not perfect. There were a few small niches that I went to see it with a family member and they thought it was a good film, but like I said, there were a few small niches. I'll go over a few of them. Just they in no way make it a bad film. It just makes it a little bit complicated. You do question a few things. For example, the villainous Dr. Poison, with her trying to come up with a new type of gas that's supposedly hydrogen-based and will kill the entire world. The thing that they questioned about that was the whole point of mustard gas during the war was the fact that because it was heavier than air, when it was dropped from the planes, it would drop into the trenches and would subsequently kill the people inside the trenches. That was the whole point of mustard gas. So if you're creating something that's hydrogen based and is lighter, surely it will drift up high enough that you didn't really think it made much sense. But it's a small niche. The other thing that they kind of had a little bit of a problem with was when it's revealed at the end that David Thewlis's character is the villain Ares. He could see they were trying really, really hard to make it work, and he was just like, well. But apart from that, the film is really, really good. I mean, as I said, each DC Extended Universe film, while it's kind of hard to compare to Marvel, they do each take a step up from the previous film. Like, this one was markedly better than Suicide Squad, and the critics seem to think so as well. It's got quite good critical praise. The story basically being that Diana, Princess of the Amazons, has to, when a soldier from the First World War comes to her land of Themyscira, she leaves Themyscira in order to try and find Ares to kill him and stop the war. And it, to me, had the kind of feel that Captain America the First Avenger had. And maybe that's kind of the point, like, setting in an event that's already happened. In Captain America's case, it was, I think, the Second World War, and in Wonder Woman, it's the First World War. It's good to see Chris Pine do a comic book movie. I mean, Chris Pine, I've loved him for the last few years as Captain Kirk in the Star Trek franchise. Yeah, he is great in that, but it's good to see him finally start in a comic book movie, even if he's not the star, even if he's more the love interest. That did get me slightly. I mean, okay, in the comics over the years, I think they have stated that Wonder Woman is bisexual, and yeah, I could accept that. But you know what? For all the small foibles that I said, it's still a really good movie. I mean, the villains, Dr. Poison and David Thewlis' Ares at the end, they're really, really sinister. I mean, David Thewlis, I think, can pull off both sides. I mean, he can pull off the kind of kind grandfather mentor type person, as we saw in Harry Potter franchise, where he played Lupin. I've seen him pull off the ambivalent type that he did with the Inspector in the BBC's adaptation of An Inspector Calls. But in this, he can also do sinister really well. Just when it was finally revealed that he was the villain Ares, just like watching Diana battle against him and him just being like, if you joined, we could do this. He was really, really sinister. It's like, God, this guy's creepy. I mean, okay, as I said, my family members thought that I'm really trying to buy this, but I don't know if it works. But you know what? It's a fantastic battle. It's a fantastic movie to see, and it really gives me hope for stuff like Justice League and the upcoming solo Aquaman movie in 2018. So, yeah. Man of Steel, I personally thought was a little meh. I enjoyed Dawn of Justice. I really enjoyed Suicide Squad, and Wonder Woman is just another step up. So, bring on, I believe it's November? Yeah, bring on November and Justice League. As I say, I'll have the Light of the Land up shortly.